as well. Okay, yeah, we're live. How's it going, everybody? It's Tyler, Dylan, and Alex here talking about the Week 8 games coming up tomorrow. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Nice.
Doing all right. Ready for this Razorback game for sure.
I think we should just jump right into it. Happy Halloween, everybody. So we got the Falcons at the Panthers. Falcons are the underdogs. What do you guys think about this game?
Well, it already happened.
Well, it already happened. So
Oh, it did, yeah, never mind. Let's skip that one.
So I will put my money on the Falcons.
Colts at the Lions.
The
Lions are the underdog. Colts are favored to win, -3.
Ooh, I'll take this one. So, I mean, Colts have been bothering me this whole season. I don't really know what's going on with them. Like, I don't know. Like, their defense is good, but like it's a Phillip Rivers team. It's just like you don't know what they're going to do because you don't know what Phillip Rivers is going to do. I think this is going to be a high-scoring game, regardless of the Colts' defense, because the Lions can put up points on anybody, and the Lions have no defense. So this is going to be a lot of points. Colts played bad last time. They had the bye week. As much as I like the Lions, I'm going to go Colts here. I'm going to stick with the Colts. I rode with them last time. I'm going to ride with them again.
Yeah, I agree. I agree there. I just can't count out the Colts defense. I think it outweighs the Lions offense. If I don't think that like Swift or Peterson will be able to establish a run game, and we haven't really seen Stafford outside the last week really win it with his arm this season. They need a more well-balanced approach, and I think this could be a big game for Jonathan Taylor for Indy.
He definitely could, and I also want to say that Darius Leonard is finally active. He's been out, like, I think the last 4 games, and that is, I mean, he's their best defensive player.
Yeah, he's the captain of the squad.
Yeah, Colts and the Lions are like the two teams I don't have a good defense, so I'll probably just go with that. So I'll go Colts too. Mm-hmm. All right, we got Vikings, Vikings and Packers. Vikings are the underdog by almost 7 points. Do you think they can cover?
I like this line. So I've seen different lines everywhere else. I've seen 7.5 everywhere else. The fact that I'm seeing 6.5 here, I am taking the Packers all day on this. All day. 7.5 scares me. But Aaron Rodgers tends to beat up on bad teams, and the Vikings are a bad team. Sorry, Chris, if you're watching this. Apologize. But the Vikings are a bad team. It is what it is. And they have a bad secondary, which means Aaron Rodgers is going to eat. He's going to expose that secondary. He's going to have 2 to 4 touchdowns. It's 7 points. I'll take that all day.
Yeah, it really just depends on which Kirk Cousins are you getting this week. Because if you get the same one that they showed up against the first matchup, then it's no contest. Aaron Rodgers is gonna beat them down. But if they show any type of offense, I think it could be a high scoring game. But I would still go with Rodgers and the Packers to win and cover.
Yeah, you got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Jones is still questionable, but I think he's going to play. Even if he's not Jamal Williams. He's
Aaron
out.
Jones is out, but Cook is expected to play for
Dalvin Cook. Okay. Yeah. You still got Jamal Williams for the Packers that is still pretty good.
I don't know that's that much of a downgrade.
No.
In that system.
On that system, yeah.
Jamal Williams takes carries from Aaron Jones anyway when he's playing, so I'm going to go with the Packers too. Alex, you were Packers as well?
Yes.
Jamal Williams is going to do his normal thing. He might get a few more carries, but A.J. Dillon is now moves into the Jamal Williams row. It's basically just replacing who was there. It's the same system.
So if you gave me this spread a couple years ago, I would not believe it. But the Patriots are the underdogs against the Bills, and I'm probably going to take the Bills all day on this one. That's 4 points. I think that's easy.
Even if the Bills can't reach the end zone, they'll still just kick like 5 field goals and win like 15-3.
This is what bothers me about this line is like there has been times in the past 20 years in my lifetime that everyone has been like, okay, the Patriots are done. They're not good anymore. They're done. And every time I've been, I've said, I was like, okay, no, they're still good. Trust me, we're fine. I think this is finally the time that the Patriots are actually done. I think whenever they got COVID, I think whatever happened to Cam Newton, he got COVID. He's done. It ruined him.
Yeah.
And I think Buffalo covers this. The 0.5 scares me because Buffalo, I don't think, can blow out teams.
Like the Jets
But I'm
last week.
I'm going to take the points.
Yeah, take the points. And who's Cam throwing to? Who's Cam throwing to? He's throwing to nobody. He's throwing off.
Edelman is also out.
Oh, Edelman's also, there's nobody.
He has nobody.
Yeah, I think their number one is like Jacoby Myers or something like that. Oof. Yeah.
N'Keal Harry, but
N'Keal Harry. I mean, he hasn't been bad, but he still hasn't shown flashes of being a star.
He's been average
by any means. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Cam Newton's he's not the type of quarterback to make a receiver better.
No, especially when he's been playing after COVID.
Legs. So,
yeah, I agree. He didn't even finish last week.
It's possible we see Stidham again.
Yeah, and I would do +10 if we don't see Cam Newton out there. All right, so Dylan, I think you want to start this one off. Raiders at Browns.
I mean, this is all day. I mean,
all day
against the Browns. This line is so disrespectful. I know it's at the Browns, but it's so disrespectful. Everyone is claiming the Browns are good. They're not good. Did you see that game against the Steelers? They're not good. They're not.
Odell's also out for the season.
Exactly. But I don't think that makes much of a difference. I think other than you're now going to see Landry probably get doubled, which means he'll be on.
Well, here's the thing: is like everyone's like, "Oh, the Raiders' defense is bad." Like, yeah, it is. It's bad against the run. It's bad against running backs.
Yeah, like Kareem Hunt's going
to underneath stuff. Sorry.
Yeah, I do like the weapons for the Raiders. They are pretty explosive.
Yeah, like I'm looking at like DraftKings, and I'm looking at these cheap wide receiver options for like Henry Ruggs, Nelson Aguilar, even like Darren Waller. If doing DraftKings is only like 5,800, and I'm like, they're all could eat. Josh Jacobs can get through that lineup or through that defensive line as long as they don't run through Garrett. It's like I think it's a high scoring game from the Raiders side. We've only seen one game where Baker was looking good, at least somewhat good. I think it reverts back.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Raiders too.
Like, one thing I will say is the weather. I've been checking the weather on this game. There's supposed to be like 20-mile-per-hour wind or something like that.
It's going to be a run game.
Which is going to be a run game. Raiders are bad against the run. Josh Jacobs is good. Raiders like to run the ball. It's going to be high scoring, even though it's a running game, I think, because both of these teams put up points. They play at a high pace. Like, I would definitely take the over, but I'm going to take the Raiders all day here, for sure.
Agreed.
Same. No, this is probably the biggest spread we'll see all season. Jets at Chiefs, almost 20-point underdog.
You're going to take it again, Tyler?
That's the line?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the line?
That's the line.
That's what I got from Chris. That's what I got from Chris, man.
That's why I
That is
saw
what.
an hour ago.
Bleacher Report actually has it more than that, so
Oh, what?
they have it at 20.
I'm actually going to take it again. I think the Jets won't lose by that much. You don't think so?
I like you just don't know with the Jets.
They put a fight. They had a good fight against the Bills.
I don't know that I can take the Chiefs in this situation.
The Chiefs are obviously going to win this game, but
oh yeah, the Chiefs gonna win. It's just by how much, and how much is it gonna be just running Clyde and Le'Veon Bell, and how much is it gonna be Mahomes? Really, that's the real question. Because on the other side, we still don't know for sure if Crowder's out or if he's gonna be able to play. Because if Crowder's out, Jets are only gonna be hitting field goals, maybe.
this is a tough one, actually.
Like I could see the Jets covering just because like the Chiefs won't try as hard in the second half. I don't know though.
It's a coin flip.
Are y'all both on the Jets here?
I think I am, yeah.
I might be.
What was my record last week compared to y'all's?
Well, I didn't have
Chris?
Me and Chris were 8-5. You were 6-7.
Another bad one. Man, I started this year up 20 units, and then we started this, and I went real downhill. I'm going opposite of y'all. I'm going Chiefs. So
I can totally see
Jets are going to cover 20 points.
Chris hasn't given me his picks, but he would probably do the Chiefs as well. All right.
I am not going to wake up on Monday morning knowing that I said the Jets in a 20-point game. I'm not going to do it.
We got Rams at Miami. Rams are favored -4. We got Tua playing his first game. How do you think he's going to do?
That's a hard question because it's not like he's going up against an average or below average defense for his first attempt. He's going through Aaron Donald and a relatively strong Rams defense that we just saw play really well last week. So I think it'll be a test, but he does have weapons around him. If they can get Gaskin going on both receiving and rushing, I think he will be able to make some throws to Devontae Parker and Preston Williams and Gesicki. So I think Rams will end up winning just talent-wise, but I think it could be close.
Rams have had a bad couple of games during the season. Where it's like, well, I don't know that I want to bet on the Rams, but the Rams are a Super Bowl contender, legit. Like their defense is good, their offense is good. Like they have all the things they need to win a Super Bowl. Sometimes they just don't show up. You don't know which team you're going to get. Miami 2 is starting his first game. The Rams secondary, Jalen Ramsey back there. Who are they going to pass to? I mean, they're going to have to rely on Myles Gaskin. Are we really relying on Myles Gaskin, even though he's on my fantasy team? I hope they are, but I wouldn't. I'm going to take the Rams -4. I think that's an easy bet.
I think Miami would have a chance if Ryan Fitzpatrick was in, but this is Tua's first game against that good of a defense. I would love the Dolphins to win this game for my Seahawks help, but Rams are going to win this game by more than a touchdown.
Yeah, it's either going to go that way, or we're going to continue the trend of all these rookies this year, rookie QBs just showing out and losing.
Yeah.
Whoa! That just seems like a shot at Justin Herbert, and we don't need that.
And Joe Burrow.
No, I love Herbert for fantasy purposes. I think he just needs more time to gather more weapons around him.
He has the weapons. This team just sucks.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so we got the undefeated team being the underdogs in this one against the Ravens. Do you think the Steelers will be undefeated after this week?
So I don't understand this spread at all. I don't get it. You look at the spread, like Steelers are undefeated. Why are they dogs against the Ravens? And so it makes you want to take the Steelers. I feel like I don't know what the percentages are, but I'm going to assume the Steelers, people are probably betting them at like a 70, 80% rate, which makes you want to take the Ravens. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen in this game. This is going to come down to defense. Both of these offenses are terrible, both awful, but their defenses are good. There'll be a lot of turnovers in this game. And who wins this game is going to be the better defense. And I think the Ravens have the better defense, but 0.5 bothers me. I want to take the Steelers here. They're 6-0. I've been on the Steelers all year. Ravens cover.
Ravens.
This game. Ravens cover this game.
I don't know. It's like you see this, and I think it's solely just because Ravens have Lamar Jackson, and Vegas looks at that and goes, okay, Lamar Jackson should be a guy who can beat an undefeated team. And if it's a battle of defenses, that means it's going to be more so a battle of kickers. And the Ravens have the better kicker between the two of them in Justin Tucker. So I could definitely
Possibly the best all time.
Yeah, the leg goat. But I don't know. It's like when it comes to actually utilizing the weapons on the offense, you haven't really seen anyone on the Ravens at skill position players really excel in any one game. Really, it doesn't look like they're going to have Mark Ingram either, so they're really going to have no running game outside of Lamar. So it's really a question of can Marquise Brown manipulate the secondary and get open on the deep throw.
The thing with their skill position players is like I just don't know that they're that good offensively. Like Lamar's not that good. Like I know he was MVP last year and he's fantastic with his legs, and everyone was like, "Oh no, he can pass."
Yeah, and now people know.
No, they were just preparing for him to not pass, and he had open receivers all day long. That's the thing, and now they're actually prepared, and he's had a terrible season. He's not that good of a passer. He's a very good quarterback. He's a starter in this league, and he can win games. But I mean, now I'm talking myself into the Steelers. Yeah. I'm not going to.
But see, that's why to win this game. I will help you out, and I will go against Dylan and say the Steelers are going to win.
I'm actually going to pick the Steelers to win this game too. I don't think Lamar Jackson.
So I'm against both y'all again.
I don't think Lamar Jackson's going to be able to beat a undefeated team. When he gets behind, he can't.
I don't think it comes down to the Ravens offense. They're going to do their same old thing. They're going to run the ball. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter who's back there. They can't even decide on a running back. I don't know if you guys have looked at their carries, but they can't decide on one.
Yeah, it's pretty split three ways.
It's split three ways. They don't know who their starting running back is. They have no idea. So it doesn't matter on the offensive end. I think the defense wins this game.
Yeah.
And the Ravens have the better defense.
I think the Steelers have a better chance of getting ahead, though. And if they do, the Ravens aren't going to recover. You got Chargers at Broncos. Justin Herbert's coming off his first win of the season. I think he gets another one.
Yeah, he's getting his second. He's getting his second win against this team. I think we're seeing Herbert just keep proving to everyone why he belongs in this league. Like, you had so many people doubting him when he got drafted, saying that he would be too slow, wouldn't be able to make the adjustments, will throw too many interceptions. But especially if you look at him from a fantasy perspective, ever since he's gotten the starting gig, he's been lighting it up. Their passing game is really strong with him behind there, and I just think Denver's hurt in a bunch of areas. It's another rebuild year for them. Chargers are going to take this one.
This is the Chris Harris game is what this is. Chris Harris is going to pick off Drew Lock multiple times probably. I mean, this is Justin Herbert's going to do his thing. I mean, Broncos defense is tough, but they air it out. So in their secondary, Broncos secondary is not that great. I mean, the rest of their defense is very good, but Chargers can cover 3 on this one. I feel like easy.
I feel like a lot of people were really high on Drew Lock at the beginning of the season, and given he was
one of those
hurt, but
people.
so was I. But watching this, I haven't
The
really seen
potential is
it.
there. He's a gunslinger, man. He
Yeah.
has no care. He's gonna throw it. If he think he can get it in there, he's gonna throw it.
Yeah, he's a risk taker, and that was a known thing when he came in. I think it doesn't help that he's also having to grow in this league along with all of his receivers because Sutton's out for the year, and outside that, everyone else is on at most their second season.
And they've also been dealing with a lot of injuries on that offensive side and
gosh.
DUIs. You know,
Yeah, so you're picking the Chargers as well, Dylan?
I am. Yeah.
Okay. We got Saints and Bears. Saints being the favored against Chicago, who looked miserable last week.
They did with the Bears. Man, they're good, but they're not good.
They're
Their
5-2,
offense
right?
is atrocious, but their defense is that good that they can win games. It's just like the normal Bears. It's the Bears every year. It is what it is. They have the worst offensive line in the league, and that's the issue. Nick Foles has no time to throw.
And he's not a scrambler.
He's not a scrambler, and his receivers aren't good. So it's like, what do you want him to do? David Montgomery's not Saquon Barkley.
No, not at all.
So,
and you see, Al doesn't have an injury designation on him anymore, so it looks like he will be playing.
Yeah, I did get an update that he has been cleared, so I'm assuming he's playing. But
like he's their only weapon currently because every other wide receiver on that team's just awful.
Which is very helpful because the Saints secondary has been bad this year. I know they've been beat up by injuries, but I don't know how healthy they are still. But they've even like I've seen a couple games where they've kind of been healthy and they're still bad. Saints secondary not good. But
do you think the Bears would have a better chance with Foles or Trubisky?
In this game, probably Trubisky, just to have someone who can scramble.
Yeah, Foles is the better quarterback, but honestly, Trubisky can create plays because he can get outside of that pocket. Yeah. So I think they are better with him. But Foles is the better quarterback if you can build an offensive line around him that can hold.
I'm picking the Saints. Alvin Kamara is going to take over this game.
Well, he has no other choice.
There's no one else. Is Michael Thomas playing?
No, he's out.
No.
He plays someone else again?
No.
No, he re-injured his hamstring last week.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or injured it. A different injury. I don't know.
What? Yeah.
Something's going on.
For whatever reason, he's still out.
He's had a lot of injuries this year. I'm not really sure what's going on with him. I'll be honest. I don't know what side I'm on. I'm still wavering with this game because it's like
I pick Saints.
The thing with the Bears is the Bears are going to win games that a team can't get pressure. If a team can get pressure, they're going to lose. The Saints have Cameron Jordan, but other than that, it's kind of like, Whereas last week I was on the Rams solely because of Aaron Donald. Mm-hmm. Because I knew he would get pressure and they would blow out the Bears. That was my reason for picking the Rams. It's exactly what happened. I'm going to go Saints because of Cameron Jordan. I'm doing it again. Saints minus 2.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Same thing, Alex?
Yeah, it's same thing. You just have to look at both teams. It's whether or not can the Bears defense score for the Bears offense. If they can't, then the Bears are going to lose because the Bears can't find the end zone.
I do think the Bears can score against the Saints.
Okay.
They have a better chance.
So 49ers at Seahawks. Seahawks coming off a heartbreaker in overtime against the Cardinals. Russell Wilson played one of his worst games, but still had 500 total yards. I really want the Seahawks to win this game, but it's against divisional, and I know how those go. I'm probably leaning towards the 49ers on this one, honestly.
Seahawks against NFC West is just like throwing a dart.
Yep.
What
That's
team are you
100%.
going to get? It is so close every time. Like, I remember a few years ago when the Rams, before Sean McVay got there, the Rams were atrocious. It was when Todd Gurley had first got there. Richard Sherman was still in the Seahawks, and the Seahawks were dominating. I think that was the year they went like 14-2 or something. And Todd Gurley was like, no, we're going to beat the Seahawks. And the game ended 9-3. The Rams won.
I remember that one.
And so it's just like every one of these games, and it was the same thing with the Cardinals. Like, they always play close games. And so this 3 points bothers me.
Yeah,
But I'm
49ers at
not gonna-
Seahawks. Those two
I've
teams
been on
always
the
have close ones.
all year.
I'm
not
always on the
gonna go-
Seahawks.
You're always on them. I've been on them all year. I think that it's between them and the Green Bay Packers for the NFC. I'm going Seahawks here.
Yeah, so like if you look at opponent rankings on like fantasy and DraftKings, Jimmy Garoppolo's playing against a 32nd ranked team. So, but it's like outside of Kittle, you're gonna have to see them like Ayuk and Bourne really utilize since Debo Samuel's out. It's gonna be a battle of quarterbacks, I feel, in this game because you're not going to be able to rely on the run game, I feel, for Seattle heading into this. Even if Chris Carson plays, it's like the polar opposite where the San Francisco has like the number one rushing defense. So it's going to be on the arm, but he has the talent there. Russell Wilson's a top-tier QB. You have Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf to go off on, and David Moore, who can get every like third down play. I'm going to go with the Seahawks.
Also, I'm pretty sure for the first time ever, the Seattle Seahawks, all their running backs are questionable to play.
Outside of DJ Dallas.
Oh my
See,
god!
I don't even know who that is.
I only know about it because I looked it up.
we drafted him this year. He's a rookie. My bias is gonna overcome me. I'm gonna take the Seahawks to win. We need to play DK Metcalf on defense. That guy's a stud. That's all I'm gonna say about him.
Or just don't
You
throw
can
it
run
in.
in straight lines.
Yeah, or Russell Wilson doesn't throw shit passes. That too. That works. I think the 49ers are gonna win this game, but I'm picking Seattle.
Well,
that
you
breaks
can't
my
do
heart.
that. If you think 49ers are going to win, you got to take the 49ers.
Yeah.
No. I'll just
Betray
be
your
mad.
Now
I'll just
you're
be
hedging
mad.
your bet.
Betray your team, man.
Can't. Cowboys at Eagles. I think if this was at the beginning of the year, I think the Cowboys would be favored. But someone gave Carson Wentz almost 8 points.
I will take the floor as the Eagles fan in the room. Man, if anything that I've learned from these last few years being an Eagles fan, you can't trust them no matter what the other team looks like. I could see this game being like a game where the differential is 4 points or 3 points. I could see us blowing them out. I could see them finding a way to blow us out because we could just be that pathetic at times. Oh, man. But I'm going to be the optimist here. I think Wentz is going to bring it. Boston Scott's going to bring it. Dallas Cowboys defense is still going to be clueless about if they're even playing in the game or not. And our defensive line, I think, is going to be going at DiNucci. I think that's who's quarterbacking DiNucci. Yeah, I think he's going to have a hard time this game. So it's going to be like Elliott will have to take over the game or the Eagles will win. And I think the Eagles will win and cover.
Is this the worst Sunday night football game of all time?
At the beginning of the year, probably not, but Now,
I think this might be the worst football game of all time. Eagles. I love to bet on the Eagles. I'll be honest. Now I need to reiterate that they did cost me 10 units last week and started my downfall. So I'm very mad at them.
Who's playing at quarterback for the Cowboys?
I will not bet on them again. I will not bet on them again. Just picking the spreads, I might just pick them, but I will not actually bet on the Eagles again. The fact that they are favored 7.5 against the Cowboys is outrageous. That half point is not cool. It's not cool at all. If I was actually betting on this game, I would buy the half point because the Cowboys are so bad that I'm actually tempted to take the Eagles here. You go ahead.
I think if Andy Dalton was playing, I'd take the Cowboys, but
I agree. Just because I just think if you have a competent guy, no matter what you see, like being the Eagles fan, we're weak at linebacker. We're still if you're not throwing it towards Darius Slay, we're weak in secondary. So if you had a competent QB, I think you would be able to throw it out because you still have all those wide receivers in Dallas. But I feel that the Eagles can match them on offense with who they have currently. They should have Jalen Reagor back, so they're going to have speed there. They're going to have Fulgham, who's big and can get and box out their secondary on 50-50 throws. Even with Dallas Goedert out and Zach Ertz out, Richard Rodgers, he's a tight end, and Carson Wentz loves his tight end, so he's going to throw to him down the middle for first downs. And Boston Scott, I think, will be good in the run game and can catch the ball as well.
Cowboys are 0-7 against the spread this year.
Really?
The last 8 times that has happened in the history of the NFL, 6 times that team won on week 8.
Don't do this to me, man.
I'm still picking the Eagles.
Y'all are doing this to me, aren't you? I hate the Cowboys, man. I hate them. I hate the Cowboys with a passion. Carson Wentz is my boy. I don't understand why anyone thinks Dak Prescott is a better quarterback.
Thank
He's
you.
Not.
Thank you.
Man, 7.5 is so many points for the Eagles. I'm taking the Eagles.
Does it help to know
that?
I'm
not happy about it, but I'm taking the Eagles.
I'm not happy about that one either.
Be happy about it. And does it help at all? I don't think it does, but does it help to know that maybe Jason Peters will be back in the offensive line? Just to get hurt after 5 plays.
We'll pick.
So coming off that great game, we have another one. Tampa Bay at the Giants.
We're going to witness a murder.
Yeah, I think this one is an easy one. I think the Bucs are going to
Monday night game?
Yeah, Monday night.
It's just a matter of how much. Like, Giants have been deceptively good on defense. Like, despite what their record shows.
Oh, their defense, yeah.
Their defense is decent. It's a matter of them not being able to move the ball, which the Bucs' defensive line is very good, and the
Bucs
Giants
have the best.
Can't run the ball.
Yeah, the Bucs have the best defense currently in the NFL. Just straight up.
Stretch over the Ravens, but the Colts.
I just think that Daniel Jones is going to fumble twice. Just what he does. He'll throw a pick. And who outside Shepard, who can he really trust on throwing to or handing the ball off to?
It's a Monday night game. The Bucs are coming off 2 just dominating wins against the Packers and Raiders, where they just dominated. 10.5 points on the road. You always take the home team here. And that's what I'm going to roll with. 10.5 points, double-digit dogs at home. I know the Giants are just terrible. This is a terrible pick. But that's why I'm going to take it, because it's such a bad pick. That's why I have to take it. 10.5 points. Giants have to cover that. They covered against the Eagles last week. I'm a believer now.
Eagles aren't the Bucks though.
You don't know that.
I feel like I do.
Eagles are going to make the playoffs with 6 wins.
Oh, okay, yeah, exactly. I think the
They're going
Bucks
to
are
play them in
gonna
the first round. Let's go.
Bucks are gonna win their division.
Hmm.
You don't
So
think-
are the Eagles.
Okay, well, one's gonna have 13 wins or 12 wins, and one's gonna have 6.
Hey, just have to get there.
You just gotta get there.
Well, you got to get there. That's all
The
that
Seahawks
matters.
with a 7-9 record, so
The Seahawks might not even make the playoffs. that division's insane.
Basically, all of the NFC is good except for the NFC East.
And they're gonna take a playoff spot from somebody.
yep.
Antonio Brown gets to play next week. That's gonna be interesting to watch.
Yeah, and they're without Godwin for at least this game, most likely next week as well. So
can we agree that Chris Godwin giving up his number is the reason he's not good anymore? That's what's going on, right? He gave up his number to Tom Brady, and now he's not good.
He's still good. It's just
Uh,
I as a pet I went to Penn State. I'm always going to support Chris Godwin. I think he's still a top tier wide receiver, but like it's just Tom Brady likes to spread the ball around. Like you're not seeing Mike Evans have huge games every week like he was before either. You're seeing people like out nowhere, Scotty Miller.
Chris Godwin's like you would think that Chris Godwin was the type of player that Tom Brady would have targeted the most. And then here comes Scotty Miller, of course.
And Gronk's starting to like finally get the rust off, so now he's getting yards as well. You can't throw it to everyone, and they have 2 good running backs, so.
Which is like what is going to happen whenever Antonio Brown gets there, because Antonio Brown demands the ball, but he's not going to get 10 targets a game. There's no way.
I think if anybody does in that offense, though, it will be Antonio Brown.
I would say Mike Evans.
I think Tom Brady really likes Antonio Brown, though. That one drive against
He definitely does. He wouldn't have brought him in if he didn't. That wasn't Bruce Arians' call. That was Tom Brady's call.
Well, Bruce Arians at the beginning of the year said they weren't going to sign him.
Yeah, we know who's in charge, so.
Oh, yeah.
And I mean, Antonio Brown showed out the first Patriots game before he got suspended again.
He had 6 catches in one drive and a touchdown. That was nuts. I'm going to take the Bucks.
Yeah, I'm taking the Bucks. They're probably going to win like by 17.
I'll ride with the Giants. So it seems like either y'all are going to do very well or I'm going to do very bad. Because I seem to be opposite.
One of us is going to do good.
Yeah.
So, see how it goes.
All right. That was the last game. Good luck to all of you. Happy Halloween. Fuck. To all of you.
It's birthday for some people.
It's birthday for someone. You guys have a good day. Enjoy it.